Good morning, dear children. Have a nice day. Okay, today we are going to see about employment in India and in Tamil Nadu. Well, here you see a picture. The people carry the work and move from one place to another, isn't it? Okay, well, what is the basic needs of life? Sure, you all know very well that is food, clothing, and shelter. Okay, at present, what is the basic need of human beings rather than these three? Yes, sure, that is added with employment. So, without employment, we cannot able to have the basic needs. Well, what is what do we call as employees? The people who engaged in economical activities. They may be with different range, high or low category. Okay, so we call it as employees. Who were the employers? The people who employ these employees or the workers and pay rewards, the salary, wages for their work is called as employers. Okay, so in India and in Tamil Nadu, what do you mean by labor force? Number of people in the country who work and also capable of working. We cannot say that everyone can able to do the work. There is a limitation. The government has set a limitation for the age people. So who were the people were considered as a labor force? The people at the age between 15 to 60 or understood that they can able to do the work very forcefully. That's why we call it as labor force and as a workforce. Okay, then what do we call with the people who were less than 15 and who crossed 60 years of age? These people have to be excluded as from the labor force. Why they have to be excluded from the labor force? Because they were not physically fit to undertake any productivity of occupation. That's why they have been excluded. Now, when we are about to see the production with the high and low production, the excluded citizens is excluded citizen or more in the country, they give only low production because the labor force or the workforce population should be exceeded. Just analyze only the children or the aged people that is above 60 were more in the country, then how do they were able to give the production to do the work properly? So the progress of the nation also will be less, and this also lies according to the workforce or the labor force. So, in the medieval period, the Feroz Shah Tughlaq, the Sultan of Delhi, had set up an employment bureau to solve the unemployment problem. So, after that only, they have started to analyze the age difference, the aged group people. So, they have analyzed with the age of 15 to 60 can do the work much. Employment structure in India, it's multi-dimensional. What do you mean by multi-dimensional? It varies. Why do it gets varies? Because some of the people, some of the worker get the work throughout the year. Some gets only for few months. But some of the workers, very sad to say, they get their work occasionally. So, this is what is the employment structure in India. So, we have to have this structure to be modified and to be given the work for the workers, for the labor force throughout the year. Well, we'll analyze in future. The next, the classification of economical structure. We have three types of economical structure, that is with the primary sector that includes purely with raw materials, that is with the agriculture. The next economical structure is what we call as secondary sector, purely with the raw materials conversion, that is through the industries. The third one is tertiary, it is fully with the service or with the transportation or for the sales. Okay, now we'll see about this economical sectors. It denotes the number of people engaged in different sectors of economy. Developing countries have larger workforce in primary sectors, while the proportion of workers in secondary and in tertiary sectors will be higher. But developed countries will have small workers for primary sectors and larger workforce for the secondary and tertiary sectors. So, with these itself, we can compare the developing countries and the developed countries. So, the employment is an important element for development of policy in India. Employment has also increased at the average rate of 2% during the past decades since 1972 to 73 to till date. You have a chart over there to see about how the primary, secondary and tertiary sectors have been increased through the year from 1972 to 73 to till 2011 to 12 with the decades. Public sector versus private sector. What do you mean by public sector? The public sector denotes with the governmental and the private sector denotes with the soul, a single person or with a group of persons. Okay, economical activities are classified into public and private sector based on who owns the assets and is responsible for the delivery of service. We'll see to the chart over there. The sectors, it's divided into two, public sector and private sector. The public sector has three wings: local government, central government, and nationalized industries. Private sector with unincorporated, it has been divided with sole trader and partnership. The second one is incorporated with two division, private limited company and public limited company. And the third one is franchise. Okay. The next we'll see about the difference between the public sector and the private sector. The public sector has a service motivation, whereas the private sector is with profit motivation. The second point, the public sector has government owned asset and the wages will be paid by the government, whereas in the private it owns by the individual or with the partnership, and the same way the wages are paid by the owners through their private enterprises. Here we can see some of the examples for the public and the private sectors. Okay, NLC, the Neyveli Limited Lignite Corporation, and the Salem Steel Limited, and BSNL. Over private sector, TVS Motors, Ashok Leyland and Tata Steels. Next, we are going on to see our homework session. We have some of the questions to be added up here. I'll give you separately. So the answers have been in the slides itself. So look into the answers by the slides and mark it in your book. Learn and write and submit today evening between 5 to 6. See you again in the next session. Thank you.